So I've been playing around with the new Fire TV for a while now, and I've been fairly impressed. The user interface is very similar to the pre-existing one with different categories on the left like Prime Video, movies, TV, so forth. Your home screen's got your recents across the top here. It does seem to group up some categories, like you can go to your top movies and Prime, and it's like one category there. I don't know if that's because it's new and it hasn't moved those off yet. Everything else seems pretty much the same. If you have an old Fire TV, you're going to feel right at home with the new one. But it gets the job done. I have noticed a few times the remote just not wanting to respond when I click. That could be because their server's being a little overwhelmed right now. I noticed that Alexa a few times hung up too, but you know what? Day one, brand new product, that kind of thing is expected. I don't think there's anything wrong with the remote. It easily works just like the old one. So overall, impressed with the quality of the new build. So now let's take a look at what the voice search Alexa can do. Alexa, what is the weather outside?
Currently, in Grand Rapids, it's 56 degrees with fog. Today, you can expect lots of clouds, with a high of 68 and a low of 54.
Alexa, what is the score in the Michigan Wolverines game?
Michigan Wolverines are not playing right now. On Saturday, they beat Maryland Terrapins 28-0. They'll play this Saturday at 3:30 p.m. in Ann Arbor, Michigan against Northwestern Wildcats.
Alexa, when do the Lions play?
I'd love to help, but I don't know that information yet.
Alexa, when do the Detroit Lions play?
The Lions will play tonight at 8:30 p.m. in Seattle against the Seahawks.
Alexa, what's the news?
Flash briefing is not currently available on Fire TV.
Alexa, what is the traffic outside?
To hear your traffic information, go to your Alexa app and set up your commute.
Alexa, what could you do?
I can play music, answer questions, get the weather and sports scores, create to-do lists, and much more.
Alexa, can you remind me tonight at 8 p.m. to turn off the TV and go put my daughter to bed?
I added tonight at 8 p.m. turn off the TV and go pick up my daughter to bed to your to-do list.
Oh, so I got pretty close. Thank you, Alexa.
My pleasure.
So it's a pretty decent competitor to the Apple Siri. Clearly not everything is fully functional. This is October 5th when I'm recording this, the day the new Fire TV came out. So obviously we should expect newer and better features to come out. Well, now let's see how Amazon's voice search does finding content. Now I just watched King of the Hill. That's one that we purchased and own. My wife loves it, so we watch it a lot. Let's see what happens when I request it. Alexa, watch King of the Hill. So it brings up the search engine, brings me to the listing. Let's try asking it a different way. Alexa, play King of the Hill.
I can't find any songs by King in Prime Music. What do you want to play again?
Alexa, play the movie King of the Hill. So it doesn't do the TV content. Kind of a weird, it does music, but not TV content. And it doesn't ever go right into it. Brings you just for a search. The same as if I would say, King of the Hill. Right there. So that is a little bit of a drawback. You wish it would just say, hey, play this, and it would go right into it. So now that we've tested out Alexa, let's try out playing content and see how fast it really loads. Amazon pushes that the predictive load will work really well. And so let's go over to Prime. Let's randomly pick something here. Right here. Boardwalk Empire. See how, okay, a little bit of load. Not bad. But definitely not instantaneous. So let's go through here again. Stop and play. So quick I can get into it. So yeah, a little bit of load, but I wonder if that's because I'm not waiting long enough. Let's go to a Band of Brothers. Wait a second. hit play. See, you need to wait a moment if you want the instant load. So it is quick. It's a little bit of a cheat there because it just kind of, whenever you hover over a video to read the description, I just kind of go into a kid's show, hit play, and there it is. But I bet if I race way over here and I hit play as quick as I can, yeah, a little bit of a load time. So considerably faster load time, especially if you use it like most people will. You know, you go over here, you say, oh, you know, what's this show about? Oh, that looks interesting, hit play. And right there it is. So Amazon did do a good job on the predictive loading. It is a pretty nice feature, but it's definitely, you know, you can still outrace it and make it load for you if you want. You know, obviously it's child, watch now included with Prime. I'm going to get all kinds of weird recommendations now on my Prime Instant account because I'm clicking on these random movies and stuff. But as you see, you know, just barely hovering at the page for the show will cause it to quickly load. Overall, I'm impressed. It's a good box, good device. The remote's good quality, and I've been happy with it. So if you want to see the unboxing I've already done, I'm adding that here at the end of the video for anybody who hasn't already seen our unboxing. But if you have questions or comments, leave them at the bottom of YouTube. Or visit us at corecarsnews.com. I'll do my best to answer them. But if you want to see the unboxing, hang on. Here comes the full unboxing. We just got our brand new Fire TV. This is the second generation model with 4K support. We're going to do a little unboxing now, show you what comes with it, compare the hardware to the old one. And then we'll come back here in a few days later, today maybe, depending on how much I have to do for the review, and give you a full review. So if you're looking for a complete review and how it works, keep an eye on corecarsnews.com and we'll have that posted as quickly as we can. But for now, let's kind of open this up, see what it comes with, compare it to the old Fire TV, and see what we find. First of all, the box itself looks almost exactly the same. Got that rubbery finish on the bottom. It's more of a matted look to it than a slightly smoother old Fire TV. The size, as you can see, this is the old Fire TV, this is the new one on the left. They're pretty much the same, but you can definitely see matted versus kind of a smooth gloss, I don't want to say glossy, but a smoother finish. FCC markings are a little different on the left. Other than that, it's pretty much similar until you get to the back here. I'll move that all the way. See here. There we go. Power on the new Fire TV on the bottom, old one on the top. Power's a little bit smaller, HDMI ports in the same way. Looks like the Ethernet's been switched with the optical, SD memory card, and then USB ports. Now, the old one had an optical audio out, but the new Fire TV does not. Replaces it with a micro SD slot. Other than that, looks about the same. So overall, not a lot of difference there. Let's kind of keep going. Fire TV manual. Pretty basic, what you would expect here. Explains all the buttons, walks you through setting it up. Very basic, simple process. Let's see what this is. Looks like, yeah, just talking about different apps, different services, Fox Sports Go, HBO Now. Well, you know what you can get with it. Kind of roll this over. Power cable looks very similar, maybe a slightly bigger plug. It's hard to tell eyeballing that, but everything else seems to be pretty much the same. And then the remote. There are two Amazon batteries back there, AAA's. So right here is the remote. The buttons seem to be raised slightly more, especially the circular directional. That's raised a lot. Let's grab the old one. So here's the old remote, here's the new one. You can see a little bit bigger on the newer one. This is more of a flat, smooth surface. As you can see, it's been beat up pretty well. This is more of a rounded, raised surface. Hopefully, I didn't really have a problem finding the directional buttons, but I bet that feels a lot easier to find. Buttons all seem to click the same. Layout's in the same place. Menu, back, home, everything. So you feel right at home. The back of it, a little nicer back. Looks a little nicer if this is laying face down on your coffee table when friends come over. So that's the new versus old remote. But yeah, it feels good. Layout's good. And the slightly raised buttons does make it a little a little nicer, but it's not that big of a difference. So that is the new Fire TV. Not a lot to say about the hardware. At least on the outside, it's very similar to the old box when it comes to aesthetics, but the real test will come here when we start testing it all out. I am impressed overall with the fact that they kept the size the same. This feels a tiny bit heavier in my hands. I don't think it's really any difference in weight. Could just be my perception I'm dealing with there. But easy open. The remote seems to be a nice improvement, and we'll test this out and let you know how the actual device fares when you're using it. If you have any questions or comments, leave them on the YouTube or CoreCarsNews.com, and we'll do our best to answer them.